Hello friends, I'm Monica. Welcome to Fun Gardening. Today I'm going to show you my middle floor garden, an overview of my middle floor garden. I have built this garden over a period of 3 years, and some of the plants are more than 3 years old, and some are younger than 3 years. I keep on adding new plants to this garden and keep on multiplying the older plants. So I have got so many plants on this floor. So let's start with this plant. This is variegated Benion plant. You can see the size of the leaves, and this variegation of the leaves is very beautiful, very unique. Yellow, light yellow, green, and different shade of green. So this plant is 2 years old approximately. This is Chinese evergreen. I have multiplied this plant, and I bought one plant of this Aglonema. This is Aglonema, and now I have four containers of this plant. This is my Cycus plant. I have one more Cycus plant, a very big Cycus plant, that is in my ground floor garden. So you can see this plant, very beautiful Cycus plant. Cycus plant needs place a big place for spreading all round. This is one more cutting of that Aglonema, and these are all cuttings. This is cutting of Clostridium plant. This is of that spider plant. This is variegated spider plant, and I have two types of spider plants: variegated spider plant and pure green spider plant. This is another border plant, two types of border plants. This is another. This is called Loropetalum, or the border plants. These plants like full sun. This is different variety with green and yellow and some tint of orange leaves. And this is red one. So this border plant comes into three varieties. I have bought this stand recently, and I am working on this ficus plant to make a bonsai plant. Actually, I am not interested in bonsai. I don't like bonsais because bonsai plants take too much time to come into shape and to become old. So I like to grow plant bigger, and like to see them growing bigger and becoming bushy. This is money plant, and this is pachira plant. It is also called money tree plant. This has 3 or 4 branches entwined together, and they look like braid. And this plant is grown into this way. This is the beauty of this plant. And this side of my garden looks like this. I paint all my pots using red color, and these are all this is my hut plant stand, and it has got three layers. And the uppermost layer I have grown pandanus plant. All planters having pandanus, and in the lowermost layer I have grown syngoniums, and in the middle these are all syngonium plants. Syngonium plant likes means we should grow them. It is a shade loving plant. It likes a shade, indirect sunlight. And above this layer, in the middle layer, I have grown cuttings of this is a Shenchesia plant, and this is creeping Charlie. It is also a shade loving plant. These are all Coleus cuttings, different type of Coleus cuttings. Creeping Charlie is a very good plant for hanging baskets. It likes indirect sunlight, bright light but shady place, and moderately moist soil. These are all Coleus plants, the Coleus cuttings, in fact. And these cuttings will take 1 month or 1.5 months to grow into a full plant. Different shades of Coleus you can see. These are pandanus. Pandanus likes full sun, but it can also grow in shady place. This stand gets indirect bright light, no direct sun. So plants in this stand look like this. And the next planter is a three-layered planter having a green net on the top. I have kept these. This is Zade plant. I'm going to train this plant to give shape, to give a shape of peacock to this plant. This is donut cactus. In my cup planters, donut cactus is very easy to grow plant. This is a bud. It's going to, when it will open, it's the flower look like donut, exactly like donut. And this is Xanadu. Xanadu is also, Xanadu is a philodendron, and it also likes shady place. This is Oxalis triangularis. It is also called butterfly plant, with light dark purple colored leaves with the light purple colored flowers. This plant looks very beautiful. It grows by rhizomes, and best season for this plant is summer season, and in winters it goes dormant. This is another, it is Podocarpus plant, shaded leaves. It's a very small plant, but it grows into a big, it is a bushy plant. But I have small plants, so I have grown in 9-inch pot. These are aglonemas, different varieties of aglonema plant. All these are Aglonemas. Aglonemas also, they are also shade loving plants. All these are varieties of aglonemas. I have 7, 8 varieties of aglonemas. This is another variety of aglonema. Aglonema is a very easy to propagate plant. You can separate baby plants and make new plant. This is another variety of aglonema. So this stand looks like this. These are all purslane plants, dark pink colored purslane plants. Purslane requires sunlight, full day sun to bloom. If these plants don't get sunlight, direct sunlight, the flowers don't bloom. So these are all purslane flowers looking beautiful. This is another variety of portulaca. Purslane is also a type of portulaca, and the other is also portulaca. These two plants are varieties of portulaca actually. This is another bipinnate philodendron. It also requires. Uh, I like this plant, the way it grows and the way roots they grow above the soil level. It looks very beautiful. I like the way it grows. This is very beautiful plant. This is a type of cactus. And this is Sudarshan plant. It's a variety of lily, and beautiful flowers of this Sudarshan plant are fragrant, and their fragrance is very sweet, and they are very fragrant, sweet fragrant flowers. This is night blooming jasmine. Its flowers bloom in at night time and with very strong and very good fragrance of this flower fills the garden with fragrance when you come, when actually we come at night. This is snow bush plant. Actually, I have a big snow bush plant in my ground floor garden, and this is a cutting which I have taken from that plant and grown. A very small cutting I had grown, but now it has become a big plant. Now it started raining. This is my yellow musenda plant. Very small plant, small flowers. In yellow musenda, the flowers are very small and spathe is light yellow colored, and it's a different plant. And this is my Madhukamini, and this is a variety of green one is a variety of Dracena. It's a variety, very easy to grow plant. This variety of Dracena is very easy to grow, and I have actually I have approximately 7 to 8 feet long plant of this variety of Dracena in my backyard garden. This is a dwarf variety of Madhukamini, and the next plant, it is a honey locust plant. Yellow flowers of this plant looks very beautiful. Actually it is a tree, but I have grown. I like the leaves, the arrangement of leaves and their color and shiny leaves, so I have grown this in a 12-inch pot. But actually it is a plant which grows into a big tree. So all these plants are kept on my parapet. Now we come to the second layer of plants. This is peace lily. It is also called spathiphyllum, and it is grown for its white colored flowers, very beautiful flowers which are actually spathes. And this is elephant. This is elephant ear plant. The next is it is claw lobster claw plant, and its flowers are very colorful, red, yellow, orange, combination of red, yellow, orange. The flowers look very beautiful. I will show the flowers when it will come into blooming. This is a variety of croton. It is Shanchesia plant, and I have grown cuttings of this plant, many cuttings of this plant, and I had shown you few minutes before. This is another variety of croton. This is red dracena. Red dracena. Red dracena is a shade-loving plant. Due to sun and high temperature, leaves are burning. This is Tibucina. Tibucina is difficult to survive in our Rajasthan, but still during rainy season it can survive. But after it is very difficult to survive. This is Caladium. Caladium is a summer plant, and during winter all its leaves get dried and disappear, and the underground bulb remains in the soil, and we can take those bulbs out, or we can leave them in the soil for the next season. And in the next from February again they start blooming. And this is eranthemum. I have three or four varieties of eranthemum. This is red and green leaf eranthemum. One is black or dark purple leafed, and the third one is green leaf eranthemum. Three varieties. Fourth is false eranthemum that is growing in my ground floor garden. It is a variety of Dracena. This is green eranthemum. Actually, the main plant is mother plant is in my ground floor garden, and this is a cutting which I had grown last month. Now it's growing very well. So this portion looks like this. This is Aglonema. It is fiddle leaf fig. Fiddle leaf fig is a shade-loving plant. It likes indirect light, and it's a very good plant for indoor garden, indoors, to grow indoors. It is a variety of Aglonema. This is green leaves with white vein-like variegation. I had separated one plant from this mother plant. This is another variety of Aglonema. Aglonemas are very good plants to grow indoors, or if in your house there is no direct sun. This is a very good plant to grow in shade. It's a shade loving plant, but during winters reduce watering. It goes dormant during winters, so reduce watering and fertilizing during winters. Otherwise, it is a very good plant. It is one of my favorite plants. Although I like each and every plant of my garden, I am a great plant lover, and I like all plants. All plants are equal for me. This is rubber plant. This is a covering. It is a kind of, it's a characteristic feature of rubber plants and ficus plant, that their new leaves, when they arise, there is a covering on, cap like covering on new leaves. This is a characteristic feature of all rubber plants and ficus plants. And green variety of Coleus. Coleus is it's a kind of annual plant which you can grow as perennial, when your plant grows over shows over when your plant becomes overgrown and it shows leggy and uncontrolled branches, you can cut those branches and grow new cuttings. This is Aurelia and Caladium, as I said, eranthemum. So all plants in three layer, they're looking like this. This side of my middle floor terrace garden looks like this. It is turtle vine. During winters, turtle vine shows reduced growth. Its growth stops and the plant becomes small. Most of the branches and leaves degenerate. And as summer comes in February, plant again starts growth. It is a money plant which I have grown from a cutting. I have two, three, or four big plants of money plants in my ground floor garden. It is Furcaria. Furcaria is very good plant for a big space or for big gardens where you can grow it in a corner if you have lawn or big verandas and open spaces. It's a very big plant which grows wide. It is morning glory, and these are few cuttings of wandering Jew. You can see small roots coming out of the stems. It's a very easy to grow plant. This is morning glory. Another variety of ficus, starlight ficus. Growing beautifully. It's a small plant. All ficus plant likes indirect light or 3 to 4 hours of sunlight. Direct sunlight is sufficient for ficus plants. It's a very hardy plant, a variety of aloe vera, fleshy leaves, a variety, a kind of succulent, and it's a beauty of this plant, succulent leaves, growing pointed leaves. This is jade plant. I'm trying to grow it as bonsai. Jade is very good plant for beginners who want to uh, grow bonsai. These are all ficus plants. In our hot climate, these ficus are one of the best plants. These are all my plants. I fertilize my plants. It takes about 1 or 1.5 hours for me to water my plants. I have four gardens: ground floor garden, middle floor garden, top floor garden, and my backyard. This is flower of Sudarshan plant. It's a fragrant flower, very mild fragrance, sweet and mild fragrance of this flowers is very pleasant, very good. It's a bunch of flower. Few flowers are spent and few buds are going to bloom, are ready to bloom, you can say. These are two Sudarshan plants. This is umbrella palm. Umbrella palm is variety of palm, or it's a kind of plant which can grow in water also, and in soil also. It requires good amount of water. And this is a forest palm. It's growing very well. I like the way leaves come out in whirl, and they grow. I really like this plant. It's a small plant. When it becomes old, it looks more beautiful. And in between these two pots, this is variety of sensiveria. I think it is called moon sensiveria. I don't know the exact name of this variety, but one of my subscribers had given me this small plant, and now it has become this much big. These are few of my um, succulents which have grown in this shady place. Small variety of Sansevieria nest variety. This is one of variety of Haworthia. This is a variety of I think Kalanchu, or and that is donut cactus, variegated spider plant. This is agave. So all these small pots. And this is a variety of zade plant, a big leaf variety of zade plant. So this portion looks like these are all my hanging baskets, zade plant hanging baskets. As I live in Rajasthan, it's a dry and hot place. So, zade are the best plants in our climate to grow in hanging baskets. So, I have grown so many baskets of zade plant because it can survive for in less water and high temperature conditions. This is another very beautiful plant for a hot climate, Asparagus Fern. These three containers are of Asparagus Fern, and the lower one is of foxtail fern. These are all cuttings of snow bush plant, and I'm planning to make a forest type of container for using all these cuttings. This is turtle vine. It's growing very beautifully, green in color, and looks very beautiful. These are all cuttings of pedilanthus, which I am going to transplant. This is mm, bleeding heart plant, tangled heart plant. I had brought one small cutting of this tangled heart from Hyderabad, Kanha Ashram, and now it is growing very beautifully. All these are um, zade plants. As I said before, in our climate, zade is it is a perfect plant to grow in hot climate. I have so many containers of a zade plant. This is pandanus. Pandanus, it's a variety of kevada. Variegated kevada is called pandanus. This is yucca, variegated yucca. It's a very big plant, and I had grown this plant from a very small cutting um, cutting, or you can say very small plantlet which I separated from my old yucca plant. This is another, this is also a small plantlet which I had separated from this yucca plant. And this big yucca is this yucca I separated from my old plant. And this is how my garden looks, and it is variety of kaneer, or small variety of kaneer, oleander, small variety, uh, mm, pink and pink flowers with yellow tinge, comes in bunch, and they look very beautiful. It is thuja. When I um had grown this plant, it was very small, and now it has grown. Now I'll transplant this into a 16-inch pot. It is Aurelia. This plant was dead, and I removed all the branches, and now it has sprouted again. This is a cutting of eranthemum, and all these are my ficus plants, which cutting grown plants. Actually, these are all. In this ficus also, you can see new leaves are covered with red colored cap. This is another variety of ficus. Actually, I don't know the name or exact name of the variety. And these are, this is my mogra plant, jasmine. Some insect is eating leaves, so I'll spray neem oil on this plant leaves. These are all my pandanus, growing very well. Pandanus are very they pandanus plant is also a good plant for hot climate. They require full sun, at least 4 to 5 hours of sun, and less moderate water. All these are all my zade plants. The center portion looks like this. Earlier I placed, I had these two corners on two sides of on two corners of this portion, but I have joined the two corners and made a semicircle, and now it is looking better. And these are all my zade plants. I lost almost all my zade plants in summers because of overwatering, and now they are growing again. Then I had to remove all the dead branches, and then I changed the soil, and now they are again growing. These are all zade plants, and these are border plants, and they are also called, they are Duranta. Two varieties of Duranta are available in the nursery, golden Duranta or simple Duranta. I think this Duranta is a simple Duranta, and this is a stone planter in which I have grown this yucca, plain green colored yucca. This is a very small planter with zade, and these are my adeniums growing on in shallow pots. This is a cycle planter with small ceramic planters. This cycle stand is not as good as I wanted because its balance is not proper. This is a rose plant, and the rose flowers are very small as it is not the season of rose plants. Rose plants grow in um, actually rose plant flowers in winter, so it's not the season. And if these small flowers, we should remove these flowers if they grow before winter season. So I'll cut all these flowers, and these are my hibiscus plants. This hibiscus is a cutting grown plant. You can see these two cuttings, two or three cuttings. I have a big hibiscus plant in my backyard, and from that plant I um, took three or four cuttings, and these are those cuttings. Now it has become a big plant, and this plant is showing some um, problem, nutritional problems. There might be a pH, soil pH problem. So I have changed the soil. Now let's see how it grows. This is another Furcaria plant. It is very old Furcaria plant, at least 10 years old Furcaria plant. So this portion looks like this. All my adeniums with this center arrangement. This is ficus, variety of ficus. It is a sort of container garden, having so many plants in one container. Like you can see, Coleus, Portulaca, two or three varieties of Coleus, Pedilanthus. These are aerial roots of ficus plant. Friends, this video has already become too long, so I'll make second part of this overview soon. So friends, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Okay friends, bye.